President Trump said the operation led by Delta Force was flawless.
U.S. Special Operations Forces executed a dangerous and daring nighttime raid in northwestern Syria and accomplished their mission in grand style.
He said Baghdadi died like a dog.
The thug who tried so hard to intimidate others spent his last moments in utter fear, in total panic and dread.
The Syrian Democratic Forces, the SDF, the main allies of the U.S. since 2015 in the battle against ISIS, said they provided effective intelligence in tracking down Baghdadi, while one U.S. official said Turkey did not help in any way. In July 2014, al-Baghdadi announced an Islamic caliphate and declared himself the caliph, the leader of the Muslim world.
Well, unfortunately, I think, there's a whole area across Iraq and Syria that has had its kind of heart ripped out, and I don't think that the Middle East will be able to fully get that back.
He left behind a legacy of some of the most horrific murders ever seen, many of them broadcast to the world via social media. His followers murdered 20 Egyptian Christians on a Libyan beach, Western journalists like James Foley, and American aid worker Kayla Mueller. The U.S. military named the operation to get Baghdadi after her. CBN News documented some of his trail of destruction, from the devastated city of Mosul to Yazidi mass graves and the ruins of their main city, Sinjar, and met some of the millions who became refugees. Many still remain in those camps. The operation to kill Baghdadi raises new questions about the need to keep U.S. troops in the region to keep up the fight against ISIS. The question remains, what's next for the Islamic terrorist group?
There will be a new form of ISIS or al-Qaeda that will come along, because I think there is a kind of unresolved question in terms of Sunni jihadist extremist movements throughout the world, whether it's in Nigeria or all the way to the Philippines, where, there is unfortunately this extremism that appeals to people.
The killing of Baghdadi marks the end of an era in the fight against ISIS, but many experts warn it's not the end of the battle against radical Islam. They say it's a generational war to turn hearts and minds away from this deadly and dangerous ideology. Chris Mitchell, CBN News, Jerusalem.